So it's been around since I started skating, and it used to be called Crestar. And back in the day, venue used to be called Dominion. So the Dominion dudes would always have clips in the old Dominion videos skating the Crestar benches. And mainly like Maury Blankenship, who's the dude that owns venue, was like the guy filming lines there. You know, he's the dude that I remember more than anybody. It's like every Dominion video, he'd have like a really solid ledge line there. You know, of course, when I got old enough to go skate the city, I would just go there any chance you get, and it's one of those spots where you could skate it for like 5 minutes, or you might get an hour. It really just depends. It's definitely my favorite skate spot, and same thing, you go to the same spot for fucking 15 years. Eventually, you're going to have a new idea there. And to get clips there is just awesome because it's an OG spot of ours. And to me, it just looks awesome, and the ground sounds awesome. It's like kind of everything you want in a skate spot. Yeah, I had on like 80Ds or whatever, like the wheels that are kind of soft to help me with the speed, because I don't know if I would have been able to do it with regular wheels. I remember just like joking at first prior to that, and like got my board down the whole thing, and then just eventually started toying with it. And that was when I was an age and a point in my career where it was like, oh, there's a photographer in town and he wants me to get a gnarly photo. Like, I'm going to try to get a gnarly photo, you know? Pretty sure that was fall or winter if we're skating there at night because it gets dark so early. We would be downtown a lot at night, whether it's SunTrust or whatever, and we'd just be trying to skate shit with a camera light. Most of the crew didn't have 9 to 5s. Everybody was pretty young at the time, so we would just be out skating late very often, you know? It definitely is the same route, but it's actually like way harder to go around the left side of that statue thing. The only thing locked in that line was a switch tray flip in the middle. And all the other tricks kind of were getting traded in and out until I figured out something that I wanted to do. What I've noticed recently, kind of on a more broad note, just driving down streets that I've driven down hundreds of times, sometimes I can see a different way to skate a spot or like a block or whatever because the light is different on it. You know, maybe like morning light, or how much different winter or fall light is versus summer light, just the way the light's hitting the buildings or the skate spots or whatever. And that kind of gives me like a new perspective, and I'll see a corner or something that I've always looked at but never looked at it a certain way. And I think that's really cool just because it's like, it's the same spot, you know, I'm the same person, and today the light's different and I can see it differently, you know?
God damn! Confidence stroke.
That's all that was. I was just trying in my head.
I also kind of like the idea of learning a new way to skate a spot that I've always seen, or thinking of it differently and thinking of a new way to film it or whatever, you know. It's interesting to me to do that because if you're just constantly cruising around the world at beautiful, perfect skate spots that are like run of the mill, I don't think your brain's ever going to get to that place where you're like, fuck, like I got to figure out something new to do here. And I think that can bring out creativity. It's almost like you're walking around in a grocery store and there's a million options on every aisle. It's like, how much easier would it be if you dumbed it down and I had like 5 options for cookies instead of 500? It's almost easier to be creative when you like close doors sometimes rather than have every door open, you know?
Thank you very much, Gilbert.